Hmm. So, um, I hope a couple of seconds have been has been left to start our live streaming. So, hello everyone, and just a minute. Once again, hello everyone, and welcome to today's live stream. I'm delighted to have you here as we continue our learning journey within the Fabric Database project organized by Microsoft. Today, we will be working on creating a data warehouse in Microsoft Fabric and analyzing it, an important component in the modern analytics ecosystem. Before we begin, a quick announcement. So on November 27 at 8 p.m. Baku time, uh, let me open it. And Microsoft Technical Trainer Linda Larkan will be delivering a special session on data science and machine learning sessions in Microsoft Fabric. So you can find the necessary info on my Meetup group. I have already shared the link on YouTube chat box. And before starting today's lab, let's briefly clarify a few key concepts. So let's begin with Delta Lake. This is an open storage format that brings ACID transactions, versioning, and reliability to your data stored in the lake. Then we have data warehouse, pardon, a structured, schema-driven, analytical, store optimized for SQL queries, BI reporting, and business analytics. And then we have Lakehouse, a unified architecture that combines the flexibility. I hope I'm going to be okay in next minutes. And we have Lakehouse, that's a unified architecture that combines the flexibility of data lakes with the reliability and performance features of data warehouses. In our previous live stream, we built a complete lakehouse in Fabric, and you can watch the session. I have already shared the link of this video. You can find it on YouTube chat box. And before we dive into the hands-on lab, if you find value in these sessions, I kindly invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, join my Meetup group, and follow my newsletter where I regularly publish practical Power BI and Fabric articles. All additional helpful links have already been added to the YouTube chat box. So now let's go to our Fabric environment and let's get started. First of all, I have to be sure that I'm in Fabric environment. I can go there either typing on any web browser app.powerbi.com or app.fabric.microsoft.com. So I choose the second way, and then I find myself in the Fabric environment, right? So to get started, of course, we have to create a workspace. So before creating a workspace, I would like to give a little bit info. So we know that in Microsoft Fabric, a data warehouse provides a relational database for large-scale analytics. Unlike the default relational SQL endpoint for tables defined in a lakehouse, a data warehouse provides full SQL semantics, including the ability to insert, update, and delete data in the tables. Today's lab will take approximately 30 minutes to complete. So, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, we start with creating a workspace. So here I'm clicking on new workspace and give name, like let's say, for example, data underscore warehouse, let's say, or we can type like this underscore workspace. And I can give a description here. I can say lab purpose only. And then from advanced, I have to be sure that trial capacity is selected and I can say apply. Let's go back to our workspaces. Here I see two workspaces. Fab underscore workspace is used for the previous session. Taking it an opportunity, let's go to workspace settings and remove this one. So we can remove this workspace, and thus we are going to have only one workspace, which is data warehouse underscore WS. Okay, I'm in my workspace. Now it's time to create a warehouse. So to create a warehouse, I'm going to home this side of my screen. From here, I can say create, and I see this screen like data engineering and its components, data factory, data science, and data warehouse. From here, I'm selecting warehouse, right? And I'm giving a name for my warehouse. So I can say data warehouse underscore lab, and I can click on create. Plus, my um, data warehouse is going to be just, created. And I have to wait for a while. Let's be a little bit patient till creating this, data warehouse. And here I see some components like, on the explore part of my screen, like data warehouse lab, schemas. I can expand this one, security folder, my queries, and share queries. There is nothing in this part, so it doesn't expand. But here I have my new data flow agent, new pipeline, sample data, T-SQL, and SQL database project. So I can use while I'm in my new data warehouse lab, I can use T-SQL, just to create tables and insert data. And we know that a warehouse is a relational database in which you can define tables and other objects. So let's click on this to SQL, and here, SQL query 1, we can type our, query. And now I'm going to type my query, but as of the next query, I will make a copy and paste. And then, of course, I will be sharing these codes, on YouTube chat box. So let's say create a table, okay, then dbo dot dim product. So it means that I'm going to create a dim product table, opening parentheses, let's say opening parentheses, enter a new line. I'm going to enter product key and integer, not null, on new line, actually, I have to place comma, and then on new line, I'm going to add product alt key, and this is varchar 25, and now comma new line, my product name column is going to be 50, and this is not now comma, and then my category comes, right, my category and varchar, so it's also going to be 50, and now comma, and my list price, so it's going to be decimal, and let's say 5 comma 2, and now. So I have to be sure that everything has been written correctly. And here I'm going to close parentheses, semicolon, and I say go. So let's check once again. Create table dpo.dim product, opening parentheses. Product key is the name of column. It's integer, not null. Product alt key also the name of column. The maximum number of name is 25 now. Product number is also column name. The number of characteristics is 50, not now. And category and list price. So I can just simply, click on run button. So after clicking on run button, we see that this query has been executed. If we go to DBO and let's here refresh our table, logically, obviously, we have to see newly created in product, pardon, table. So this is a table, this is the table that we have created that only covers column names, nothing more, right? These are the column names that we have created. Okay, so I'm just taking it an opportunity, going to make a copy of this SQL statement, and I'm going to, just actually it will not be available. Maybe I will be sharing the link where I'm getting all these SQL statements. I'm going to share this one, and you will find all these statements over there. Now it's time to use new SQL query that will enter insert statement. It means that some values will be entered into this table. So I'm just going to make a copy of my SQL statement, and from here, new SQL query, I'm clicking on this and placing or pasting my statement and say run. So I have to be sure that it's successfully completed. Yes, it's succeeded. And if I come here and say, refresh, and if I go to my, DIM products, logically I have to, see my products over, under this in this table. So it sometimes happens, it sometimes happens. So we should not, run, more than one time this statement. Instead, it would be better to make a refresh website, Chrome. I hope the values will be appeared, in the table. So let's wait for a while. Let's make sure that yes, it works for now. So we have this one. So it means that we created a table in newly created data warehouse, and also we inserted new data. So now, it's just time to say add new SQL query where we will be building a big, database. So for this purpose, once again, I'm going to share the link where you will find these, just say, code, SQL statement. And taking an opportunity, I'm just going to open it in new Chrome, Control V, and this is the code that Microsoft provides us. And today, to write this kind of, uh, statement, SQL statement, must not be so challenging. What I mean, I'm saying that using some AI tools like ChatGPT or Microsoft Copilot, so on and so forth, we can create, giving the correct prompt, we can create this kind of statement. So I'm just going to, Control A and C, right, to copy this code. And here, while I'm in my data warehouse, I'm just going to make a new SQL query and paste this, just say a statement, right? This is my statement, and I'm saying run. Actually, it takes 30 seconds to build this, database, but for the first time, I had only 14 seconds. So let's wait for a while. Let's be sure that it ended soon. So yes, even not 14 seconds, but it builds a data base for us. If we go, we are in Explorer, in data warehouse Explorer. Here, if we come, let's say here, and if we say let's refresh. Let's refresh. If we refresh, we have to see, other tables here. We had only dim product, but now we have dim customer, dim date, and fact sales order. So it means that we have two dimensional. The new SQL query created two dimensional tables and one fact tables. So we can preview this data. Okay, so these are the values in newly created just tables. Okay, now since the data warehouse is a relational database, we can use SQL to query these, its tables, right? So we have four tables, we can query it. So, and most queries in a relational data warehouse involve aggregating and grouping data using aggregate functions and group by clauses across related tables using join, clauses. So we have one more, SQL statement where we will, write a new SQL query to query our just, tables. So I'm just going to, take a new SQL query, and here I'm pasting this just statement. Just pay attention here. We start with select, and from join group by and order by calendar year and the month of year. So let's pay attention to this order by. So the output will be ordered by calendar year and month of year. So we can run this one. Okay, and we just get this, output. So here we have calendar year, month of year, month name, sales revenue, and this is the output of our new, query. And actually, we can also multiply this query. So for, to add a second dimension to the aggregation. So let's, copy the new query statement, and we can select this one, we can delete, and here we can, paste. Just let's pay attention. Here we start with select from join, group by and order by, and if you pay attention, order by, now we order our output by calendar year, month of year, and sales region. Then we can run this one, and we get, this just output. Okay. I know from my experience, I have dealt with Power BI, with two Power BI projects. on behalf of companies located in the United Arab Emirates, where more than 600 companies, under one umbrella. So I was preparing the necessary Power BI reports, and our data engineers were using, and actually data analysts, myself also, we were writing views, right? Just a view um, was helping us, to make a star schema. It's all about building, semantic model. So you have a lot of dimensional tables. You have more than one, say, fact tables. So you can join all of them in one fact tables. Of course, you can keep dimensional tables as dimensional tables are not so big, right? So it's time to write a view. And we know that a data warehouse in Microsoft Fabric has many of the same capabilities that we can use in relational databases. And so uh, stored procedures is also like views. These are for encapsulating SQL logic. So let's create a view. Just here, we have to pay attention to one stuff. So I'm just going to delete this one and pasting this one. Just pay attention. Order by has been disappeared. And when we create a view, we start with create view command. And the name of view is we sales by region. And we don't see order by here. And then what can we do? Or we can just run this one, and it will create a view. And let's go here. We see the SQL queries that we have created or we have written, right? So these are our queries, and under views, let's say we have this, we sales by region view. Okay, now what can we say? We can now, from this newly created view, uh, get some output, some data. We can query it just with select statement. So here I'm going to say new SQL query, and I'm going to copy and paste this SQL statement. So select calendar year, month name, sales region, sales revenue from VCS by region view, and order by calendar year, month of year, and sales region. We can run this one. So let's run. Okay, let's run, and I get this output. Just pay attention. Here I have my calendar year, month of year, uh, and sales region. Sales region. So this is actually we select calendar year, month name, sales region, and sales revenue, and from this view. And at the end of the day, I'm just getting this, output. So till now, we have done a great job. Now it's time to create a visual query. So we can do it. So instead of writing a SQL code, maybe it can be a little bit challenging or it can be a little bit frustrating. I don't think so. But anyway, for those who think like this, they can use the graphical designer to query their tables in their data warehouses. And this experience is similar to Power Query Online, and where you can create data transformation steps into, or actually with no code. And for more complex tasks, you can use Power Queries in Mashup just language. So for this purpose, I'm saying drop down on new SQL query and I'm selecting new visual query, right? Then I'm going to drag fact sales order table, this one, to my, canvas, right? This is my first, table, and we see it here. And then we can drag dim product. If you remember, it just covered, let me tell you, three actually rows, right? So we drag and dragged and dropped it here on canvas too, right? So we would like to merge these two queries. We can do it with pleasure. So we select fact sales table, and here we have plus sign, and we see merge queries, right? My first left table, fact sales order, is selected. And for right table for merge, I'm selecting dim product. So here we have to pay attention to one stuff. We know that product key, this one, is in the both, tables. And left outer as a join kind is selected. Just pay attention, the selection match 4,311 of 4,311 rows from the first table. So I say, okay, I have to be sure that I have selected the correct columns. I say, okay. And now I see, this dim product in the form of table. So the next step is to expand this column. Here I have to be sure that it's unselected for naming purpose. And I'm unselect all of them. And I select only product, just a name and say, okay. And product name is going to be added to my just this table, right? Fact tables order table. Okay, now uh, everything is okay. I can visualize my results, or I can make some filter. For example, here let's say load more, and we can go on with, for example, let's select this one more click, unselect all, and let's select this one, cable lock, and we see only this product. And here we can clear filter, and now we are going to visualize our results. Here we have a visualized results. Maybe it will not work. It will consider only one cable lock, category. Products. But anyway, if it happens, we'll refresh our web page. So let's say visualize results, right? And we have to wait for a while. We see Power BI, Canvas, right? So what can we say? For example, we can add a cluster column chart. Let's select this one, cluster column chart. And here we can add, we are going to work with implicit measures. So we can, say product names, and we can add sales total. So actually from here, we can make some filter. So let's say top N. Let's select top N. And here we drag says total, and we say apply to total. So, and then we can save this, save as a report. So it means that when we build a data warehouse, we can, using, new Visual SQL query, we can make the necessary transformations, or at the end of which we will be able to build new reports. I'm not going to save this as a report. I say cancel. And also we have an opportunity to download Excel file. This output as an Excel file. The last but not least, step in today's lab is defining a data model. So we can do it. We know that relational, say, data warehouse typically consists of fact and dimension tables. Fact tables contain numeric measures you can aggregate to analyze business performance, like sales revenue, expenses, so on and so forth. And the dimension table contain attributes of the entities by which you can aggregate the data, like product, customer, time, etc. In Microsoft Fabric data warehouse, you can use these keys to define a data model, that encapsulates the relationships between the tables. So last step is building about new semantic model. So here we see new semantic model. Let's build it. And so we have to give, you know, sorry, let's say, let's give a name, say data, warehouse, say semantic model, something like this. And this is the, workspace that we are going to save it. And here we say, select all tables. We have 4 tables. 3 of them are dimensional tables, and the last one is fact tables. And then, we can just click on confirm, and new web browser will be opened in the form of Power BI, file, and we will make the necessary relationship between the tables. And here, of course, we should have the necessary info about the relationship types. Mainly, we are using many-to-one or one-to-many relationship, and cross-filter direction is, in this case, is single. So let's just bring down, this fact sales table, and here we have just 3 dimension tables. Okay, and we are going to build a relationship between these 4 tables. So what I'm just going to do, first of all, I know that product key and product key is the same. So from fact sales order, I'm dragging and drop this one here. So fact sales table, product key, team product key. And this is the active relationship. And as I started dragging from fact tables, it means that many-to-one relationship, and cross-filter direction is single, say save. So, and then from the same fact table, I'm going to, make a relationship between dim customer and also fact sales table. So here I have my customer key. So let's find it, and let's find it also here. So the same stuff, and I say save. And last but not least, I'm going to make a relationship between my fact sales order table and dim, date table. So here I have my date key. It's going to be sales order key. Key, sales order key, yes. And I can say save. Thus, my semantic model is also ready. Everything is already completed. So now what can we do? After all of this, we can go to our workspace, select our workspace, so-called data WH_SM. And here from workspace settings, we can, just remove this workspace to clean up all the resources that we used in this, lab. Okay, thank you so much to everyone who joined this session live, and to those who will watch the recording later. Your support to really motivates me to create, more educational content. Please like, comment, and reshare this video. It helps to the community grow and reach more Fabric and Power BI learners. Our next, live stream will cover DP700 Labs. Let me open it here. Okay, and let me, show you. So this is our next stream. So it's called Create a Medallion Architecture in Microsoft Fabric. I encourage you to join this session as well. It will be a great continuation of today's learning path. And thank you all once again. And see you in our next live stream.